Squadron! Present! About hey!
Good morning, Class 2508. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Randy Sicali, Commander of the 22nd Training Support Squadron. I stand before you today at a pivotal point in your leadership journey. A leadership journey is one that has a beginning, yet no end. Military leaders start that journey with a common set of skills learned in a common training style. Directive. If you ask any airman of the 22nd Training Support Squadron what the Air Force requires leaders to embody, they will tell you clear communication, to be better than those that have led you, decisiveness under pressure, motivation, and to be a cohesive team, to name just a few qualities. Leadership isn't just about issuing orders. It's about earning respect, motivating action, and building trust. The balance of your airmen or guardians' lives may rest in the decisions you make as their leader. In Modular 1, you learn to follow orders with discipline and precision, the foundation of any effective squadron. You are now armed with an initial understanding of what it takes to continue. You understand discipline and its role. You understand teamwork and its benefit. You understand followership and its relation to becoming a leader. You understand that your leadership journey is just beginning. Should you decide to continue that journey at OTS, the path will unfold differently for each of you. The past 2 days, we have laid a foundation for which you must decide if you are ready to put in the hard work to continue. Officer Training School will only graduate warrior-minded leaders of character who are committed to our oath, values, and creed. You have successfully completed your acculturation phase. However, there's still a long training road ahead. If you take that first step this morning, you'll have the power to make a difference, not just for yourself, but for the entire unit you serve. The skills you acquire here will help you not just in the military, but throughout your life. Never stop striving to become a better leader. Today, as you move into the next training module, you will be asked to take that first step together. Please listen carefully to what taking that first step means and carefully consider your choice. Good luck and Godspeed, Airmen and Guardians.
Okay.
For the first time since the Cold War, the world faces foreign governments that have the resources and capabilities to disrupt the global order, challenging freedom and democracy. Driven by a thirst for power achieved through oppression, a great power competition is upon us. and the world looks to the United States of America for hope. Hope for peace, hope for stability, and hope for the future. In response, it is and has always been the American volunteer who steps forward to protect our freedoms. It is and has always been the American volunteer who proves that integrity, service, and excellence yield the strength of character common only to the top 1%. Are you that 1%? I'm Lieutenant Colonel Greg Jackson, Commander, 24th Training Squadron, and we are in this together, if you choose to be. Look down at the blue line in front of you. It is a symbol of choice and acceptance. It stands between you and a life of service and sacrifice. It stands between you and your continued leadership journey. It stands between you and the commitment to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It stands where it's always stood, just in front of American potential. You know, great feats of American courage always begin with a first step, a commitment to action. One that is particularly courageous took place September 11th, 2001, where the passengers of United Airlines Flight 93 revolted against 4 terrorist hijackers. You remember, it was around 9 a.m. when 2 hijacked planes crashed into the World Trade Center, and then a third hit the Pentagon. At 9:55, the flight recorder on Flight 93 showed that the plane's autopilot had been reset and was headed towards Washington, D.C. The passengers, they were aware of the 3 other hijacked planes through calls with their family members. And at 10:03, after a vigorous struggle, Flight 93 crashed in Pennsylvania, 20 minutes of flight time from our nation's capital. These 40 courageous Americans made a choice and stepped across their line, sacrificing themselves to protect others and destroy those who would threaten us. We remember their sacrifice. We honor their courage. But we also champion their spirit by continuing to face down global tyranny and the enemies of freedom who are motivated by power, multiplied by technology, and misguided by hate. If you step across this line, we will face them together. And if you step across this line, you also enter an environment specifically designed to push you beyond your perceived limits. Make no mistake, we intend to test your resilience. We intend to test your fortitude. We intend to test your commitment. The challenges ahead, they will be hard. But you may find, as those who have come before you found, that the limits that you brought with you are simply self-induced. You may find the next level to your potential. You may find a mindset of courage and hardiness of spirit that can be described only one way: warrior. You may know right now that this is not for you. If that is how you feel when the command is given, stand fast. You are not yet ready. On the other hand, if you've always known, that there's a strength within you that makes you turn towards danger when others are threatened, a strength in you to fight for righteousness, a strength that pushes you to be better and lift those around you, then when the command is given, join us, accept the challenge, and lead the way. The time for deliberation is over. The command is given. If you are ready, step forward now and serve. Class 2508, you have made your choice. Officer training begins now.